Hey everybody, this is Leon with Four Wheel Frenzy, and we are here with the first ever WMX post-race podium interview with the WMX class, of course, and congratulations, ladies. Today, third place, we got Taygun Bratcher, second place with Wray, and first place with Kinsey Osborn. Now, Taygun, we're going to start with you, so I'll get the microphone down there. Tell me about your day. How did everything go today?
It went good. I was pretty much with Emma off the starts, which is very surprising for me. I don't have very many good starts. Throughout the day, first moto and second moto, track was rough. All I had to do was stay consistent. I got past first moto by Alyssa Duncan, and second moto came third off the gate, and kind of just stayed with my third the whole way.
Okay. And now this is your first podium this year, correct?
Yes.
How did it feel, first of all?
It felt really good.
What are you going to do, going on from this? What are you going to do to stay consistent on that podium for the rest of the season?
I'm going to keep focus on the starts, groundwork, just speed.
Okay. Anything particular on in between rounds for training that you're going to try to focus on?
Just seat time, as much seat time as possible.
Seat time is king, I suppose, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's awesome. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you.
And Emma, we'll go to you then. We kind of talked on the pre-race a little bit and kind of compared what you're used to racing with compared to what you've been racing here in the U.S. so far. And obviously, Ironman has some pretty big hits. Now, you were sending the big center tabletop, correct?
Yep.
And you did that again today in the races?
Yep.
How was that, first of all?
It's a lot of fun. I probably rode a little bit stiff just because I'm not used to the big jumps, but I think today has sort of laid a good foundation and give me a little bit of confidence now that I know I can do those big jumps. So hopefully the next time I hit a big jump, I'll be a little bit looser and a wee bit more relaxed.
All right. And, obviously I heard you did well again in A class today, and you got second again in WMX. Are you happy with the day? Anything you want to do different for next round?
I rode a shocking first day's race. I rode really stiff. I kind of went from the front to the back, which usually I go from the back to the front. So I wasn't happy with my riding at the start of the day. I found I kind of pieced things together for the second WMX race, and then I just got unlucky. My foot peg broke with one lap to go, and it ended up sending me out over the handlebars. My foot went down through the peg, but it was just unfortunate. But I'm really, really happy with my riding at the end of the day, so I'm just going to have to bring that momentum onto the next round.
Okay, awesome. Now, Kinsey, we'll go to you. You started this morning. You won last round in the WMX class, redeemed yourself from your accident at Etchikani.
Yes.
You won again today. Obviously, you've been kind of used to winning in the WMX class, and now Emma's giving you a run for your money. How was today as opposed to Ironman last year or the other two races so far this year?
Yeah, I mean, as I said in the last conference we did, I really do like the track changes they made this year. I mean, the track was good last year too, but I just found more flow, more speed on this one. Although I don't think it was as rough, and it was a shorter track, I think that helped me out a lot, since I still haven't gotten the kind of seat time that I wanted. But racing today, there was a few unexpected things happening. I mean, obviously I wanted to get the whole shot and win, and I knew that I had to get the whole shot, and that would be my best chance to stay out front. But it was good battling Emma. I kind of rode a little over my head at times. I think that I could have rode a lot better that second moto, mistakes-wise. Something I'm just going to work on for the next round, but yeah. Okay. It was a good day overall, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, kind of shifting gears a little bit here, and just to get kind of all your inputs on something here with the racing and the series. Obviously, you're probably a little bit biased, as one of our national tracks is one of your training facilities. But as far as the tracks go, there's. Did you race Lake Sugar Tree in 2020, correct?
Yes.
So there's one race that you haven't raced in the schedule this year. But what track are you looking forward most this year when it comes to the series?
For sure, Sunset Ridge. I don't know why. I've just always loved the layout of the track. It's just really fun to me. And I don't know. Just something about it, the place and the layout, flows really good with me. And I'm really excited for that one, I would say.
All right, awesome. And Emma, I know you said in the pre-race that you watched a lot of videos of this track. Have you watched videos on any of the other tracks so far?
Yeah, we've watched all the tracks. Obviously, I watched this and I kind of was just like, last year it looked a lot. We got some bike issues. Last year the videos obviously told a different story to how that rode today.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Now I kind of have to take all the tracks with a pinch of salt because. Like every track, everyone keeps saying, "Oh, they've changed it," and I'm like, "Oh, great!" So I've watched these videos. So yeah, I have no clue what I'm coming into. Every round's new, but so far so good. And everyone says Sunset Ridge is a really fun track to ride. I'm looking forward to.
You're really looking forward to that one. And Sunset's another track where they usually make some changes from year to year. And normally they'll make their changes right before our race.
Okay.
So if any of the videos you watch, even of this weekend, if there's anything, it's probably going to be a little bit different to when we go there in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But how about you, Taygun? What track are you looking forward to the most this year?
I'm with Kinsey on this one. I'm really looking forward to Sunset.
So Podium WMX class is really looking forward to Sunset.
Yes.
What is your reasoning? Because you rode there last year, correct?
Correct.
And what makes the Sunset so great to you?
There's not as many jumps as you would think. So the track's really, really fast. It does get rough fast though, but even with the roughness, like the track's super fast.
Now, I don't need a verbal response from you ladies, but are you all going to launch Holy Pistoli? Yeah. Have you seen that jump? No. It's a pretty fairly decent sized step up on the track. It's a fun jump. How would you take it?
Yes.
You're gonna hit it? All right. We'll be looking forward to it. Hopefully someone's gonna get some shots of you ladies hitting it. But then, one quick question before we go. I usually ask this question a lot of my long form episodes, but with this sport, WMX has really gotten a lot of exposure in recent years, mainly due to a small team of people that are supporting you ladies. But is there anything that you would like to see in the future for the WMX class?
Kinsey's like me.
Hang on. Okay, go ahead.
When I first started racing my first year WMX, I kind of got lucky because that's kind of when everything started changing. I think that was the first year they moved both motos onto Saturday.
I think you're correct.
Instead of one on Saturday, one Sunday. So that was cool, but I would also like to see maybe like a sight lap like the pro guys get. Maybe also, obviously we're working against time on this one, but practice starts like the pros get too. I think that would be pretty cool, or just one or the other. But
so would you like to see it set up more like pro and pro-am where you're doing like a qualifier for your gate position and then your two motos and with a sight lap on each one?
I don't think we would have much time in the schedule to do that, but I wouldn't want to be at like a specific time every day. I think the race order is fine, but I think it would be nice just to go out, take a lap, see what the track looks like, maybe do a couple starts like they get to do. Other than that, I can't really see myself going at a certain time every day. I feel like that would just make me more like nervous anticipating it, but yeah, I feel like practice starts and a sight lap would be really good.
Okay. Now, Emma, I'll ask this next question for you. In Ireland, how is your race format? Are you a set number of laps, or is it a timed race like what our pros and pro-am do?
So at home, obviously, I only race the men's. So we usually have practice qualifying in the morning for your grid position. So that's usually 10 minutes, and then we've got 3 20-minute motos.
So it's timed,
20
just
minutes
like
plus
the pros.
1 lap.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
for me, it's like it's a big change of pace doing 5 laps versus me with my sport. I'm the endurance athlete, so I'd be better for 20 minutes, but a little bit slower.
Okay.
So it's a big change of pace. Obviously, doing 5 lap sprints versus 20 minutes. You're maybe doing you're doing the same as the pros.
Yeah.
13, 14 laps.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, and this is for all three of you again, and you can all answer individually if you'd like. You are the pro women's ATV motocross class with the WMX. Would you like to see it taken a little bit more seriously, where it is more of a timed moto platform, or do you like the set number of laps? Taygun, you want to start?
I'll go. I'd like to have it timed. I mean, it all gives us a chance. There's possibly more laps or less laps. I mean, a lot of us have only been running 4 to 5 laps. And, well, like today, I could have caught Emma due to her wreck if I only had a couple more laps. So with more laps, with it being timed, you'll get a lot more competition out of it.
Now, also with that, do you feel like if it was to go to more of a time platform, and I am just speculating here, this isn't something that I've heard or anything like that, I'm just thinking like what would make WMX better and maybe taking a little bit more seriously yet, and that was one of my thoughts, is maybe going to a time. But do you feel like if it was a timed in a longer moto format, that would set some of you ladies apart from the others?
Yes, it will, but a lot of us are really, really fast. So like you have Emma and Kinsey battling. Today you had me and Alyssa battling. There's always going to be a battle between first and second, and then second or third and fourth, and so on. But if we have the timed, you get drained a lot faster, but it gives other people chances to move up due to wrecks, bikes breaking, ECT.
Absolutely. Honestly, it's an awesome answer that you gave, so thank you for that. But Emma, what are your thoughts?
The longer the better for me, kind of thing. I just think it makes it then a little bit more like professional, because then training comes into it and not just the bike time. I just think when it's 5 laps, bike time is so crucial, like, because you're just sprinting 5 laps. Or whenever you have to train for a little bit more like an endurance event, being a longer moto, then training comes into it. Is your muscles strong enough? Is your heart and lungs strong enough? Like, other things will come into play, especially more so in like the sand races. Like, you're going to get a lot more tired. And then even like slightly like slower riders will actually shine through as well, because the front of the pack start to slow, the back of the pack's going to start to catch.
As long as you got that stamina.
For sure. So I think like you'd probably find a lot different mix of riders will actually start to creep forward in the pack.
For sure.
I think it would be cool, like even if it only started out at 10 minutes plus 1 lap, then in 2 years time bring it up to 12 minutes, and then it would be awesome to see the WMX riding 15 minutes plus a lap. Like, that's then whenever it starts to, like, real fitness comes into play.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kinsey, how about yourself?
I've actually had the chance to do it one time only, when WMX went to Daytona to do the Supercross back in 2022. That was also my first race in WMX, and for a first race, WMX doing it that way, it was really weird, as not something I was used to at all, but I did kind of like the timed format. I thought it was different. I mean, I would obviously have to adjust my training and stuff for that, but I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. I just think right now, since it's all I've really done, is I'm more on the laps side of things than time, just because this is what I know. But I do think your guys' answers were really good, and I agree with you guys. But
and then Kinsey and Emma, this question will be for you, and then Taygun, I have a different question for you. Kinsey, you ran the B class before. You both are running A class this year, and you both are doing quite well in the A class. And it's a little early in the season, so your answer might change later on. But do you think that, say, in 2026, we could see one or both of you running, say, the pro sport class? Or I mean, obviously, currently pro sport would be in the way of WMX, but pro sport and or pro-am with the WMX class.
I mean, personally, I'm not really sure how many more years I'm going to be doing this. I am a college student, and I mean, this all comes to an end at one point. This is just kind of like, it's something I have fun with, and it's a hobby, but it's not my whole life. I'm
34 and I still race, okay?
It would be cool to race pro sport. It was in the back of my mind at one point. I feel like the leap from A to pro sport, though, is it's a big step. I'm not sure if it's one that would be the most beneficial to me right now, but like I said, like you said, the season is kind of just beginning, so we'll wait and see how the rest of the season goes in A, if it goes good, and I would say if I get like top 3, 4, I mean, maybe, but pro sport is a stacked class. I mean, even the guy in last he's hauling, so it is a jump, so.
Yeah. And I mean, it's kind of like what you did before with the B and then the A class is, I feel like you kind of use those classes to help your speed and stamina increase as well.
Yeah, for sure. Racing against the guys, I mean, they're tough sometimes. They don't cut you no slack, but it definitely makes you faster in the long run. And it has been something I've come to enjoy. I've learned to enjoy it. When I was racing B class, I mean, a couple of years ago, that was rough. I mean, mentally, physically, dealing with those guys, I mean, all over the place, hitting me, crashing, you know, I mean, it's definitely different. Racing in A, I kind of have a little more trust for those guys. I mean, I'm not, like, scared for my life on the line. But, yeah, racing with the guys definitely makes you faster. I mean, I'll never not say that. I'm a firm believer in that one.
Okay, for sure. Now, Emma, same question for you, and I figured I would kind of ask you both because, you know, you just said that it's kind of what you're used to in Ireland is running, because in Ireland, is it all pretty much just one class?
So we have like our premier class, which is our pro essentially, and then we have clubman. So you have to go kind of like CBA. Okay. Essentially, yeah.
Okay. So do you see yourself, you know, obviously speculating, if you came back in 2026, would you maybe find yourself bumping up to one of those faster classes?
I think for me, unfortunately, like this is a 1-year gig just because it's costing us crazy money.
Understandable.
But for me, like next year, my step is to try and podium at the Men's British Championship, which is our biggest national championship. So for me, like my best ever finish there is 5th overall back in 2017 when I just made one run for it. So yeah, I would like to try and podium for that. So
you would be competing against Harry Walker, correct?
Harry Walker,
who is not slow.
Yeah, he's leading the British Championship. Yeah. So yeah, I would like to try and podium.
Okay, awesome. I think that's fair enough too.
Yeah.
And now, Taygun, you're only running WMX, correct?
And women's.
Okay, and women's. Do you after seeing what these two are doing and kind of the success of it, do you think you would ever find yourself running in one of the, I would call it co-ed classes, not the men's class, but, you know, say B or A class, just to expand a little bit?
I'd say yes, due to the fact that I race other series back at home, and I'm in the B class, and I grew up with brothers who have also raced, so they pushed me to my limits. So I know where Kinsey's coming from when the whole racing with boys is scary.
Right.
I've done it my whole life. It is scary, but hopefully next year I'm able to race B class.
Okay, great. And I think that'd be a great addition as well. I think it'd be really cool to see more women, competing in some of the other classes other than the women's and WMX and stuff like that. It's just, I personally would really like to see a WMX rider competing in the pro sport and or pro-am class at some point. Whether it's one of you three, that'd be awesome. If it's not,
I think they need to take away the hybrid rule.
I'm not against that. Well, pro-am has it. Pro sport is still an open class. Yeah. So, but I appreciate you ladies sitting down and talking with me today. And I'm sure, we'll be talking to hopefully you three, might be 3 other women next round. We'll see what happens. But this has been Four Wheel Frenzy with, like I said, our first WMX post-race podium. And if you like this content and you want to see more, subscribe, follow, comment. If I'm doing the wrong thing here, let me know. If you want to hear something else from these ladies, comment and let us know what you want to hear. So stay tuned and follow for more.
Thank you.